Yes, guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the Cubs FM podcast. We want to talk about Valentine. We want to talk about the best gifts that women should give men on Valentine. It shouldn't be about sex. It's not written anywhere.
The narrative should change.
Absolutely. It's not written anywhere that I give you whatever I can and you have to give me sex on Valentine. So we're going to be talking about what men want for Valentine and how much should we spend on women on Valentine's Day. I think it's the most rated day on the whole calendar. In all the days that we celebrate,
True.
Valentine is celebrated for the wrong reasons, number one, but it's the most overrated day. But in the comment section, talk to us. What do you think about Valentine? Is it overrated? How much do you spend on Valentine? What does your woman give you on Valentine, apart from the legs, because they kind of come automatic? So what does she give you apart from the legs?
Yep.
Right. So let's get into it. First and foremost, how much are you willing? How much should you spend on a woman on Valentine, especially if you're not married?
It should depend on your income, on how much do you earn.
True. If I'm earning $1 million, right?
Yeah.
For example, in Uganda, the average number of people earn between and this is really hypothetical. Between 300,000 and 1.5 million. I think they're around there. 300,000 and 1.5 million. So if you're earning $1 million, we take for instance, you're earning $1 million. You still have rent there. You still have feeding there. You still have everything there. How much do you spend on Valentine?
I think 100,000 is very okay.
100,000.
Yes.
On Valentine.
Yes, it's very okay. You buy her gifts, take her out for like 3 hours, and then you come back home. I think that's enough.
100,000 is someone's house.
Yes.
House rent.
100,000. I'm saying that. Going by the notion that you earn $1 million.
$1 million.
Yes. But if you earn less than that, then the amount you spend should be less.
Let's break down $1 million. If I'm earning $1 million, I'm probably sleeping in a house. Maybe 250,000. Okay, 200,000. Right. Transport to and fro work, 200,000.
Yes.
Feeding, 10,000 per day. That is 300,000. That is already 700,000 gone. Right. There's no medication. Unless because in Uganda we don't save. Okay, we do save. But majority of our population doesn't. So personally, don't save. But so unless you're like me, you don't save whatever remains.
By the way, we confuse the two things: saving and then keeping money.
Yeah. By the way,
we
I don't save. I don't keep money.
Most of us keep the money. We think we are saving.
Yeah. You're not saving. Yeah. So
long as you're keeping your money in the bank and it's not bringing you profits. That's not saving. The saving should bring extra money with it.
So if you're going to spend 100,000 in Uganda, and because if you're earning $1 million, I'm still thinking you're dating kind of an uptown girl. You're not dating the other side of the other side of the population. You're dating on in the uptown. So if you're earning $1 million. Where do you take her? Spend 100,000. That includes a gift. Is it enough?
Yeah, it is enough because Valentine's Day is not so special from the other days. Because I think even you cater for her even on the other days. So you don't put yourself on too much pressure. I want to satisfy her, give out of money, yet you're going to starve in the next 2 days.
Yeah, I know. This is what women expect. These are some of the few things women expect on Valentine. An iPhone 14, which goes for between 7 to 10 million.
I don't have that.
Okay. A simple cheap car, which goes for 15 million. That's a simple, like a VTS, brand new. I'm not really sure, but I think it's around 15. I think you can get a car at 15. they're expecting a night out at Mestil or anywhere fancy. And on Valentine's, I've seen the adverts. It is $100. That is 370,000. Okay. They're expecting, maybe if you can't take her on a night out, expensive dinner, and that expensive dinner goes for around 150 to 270,000. Right. So if I'm earning my chameleon, I'm earning $1 million, and I have like 80,000-90,000.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
That is my pocket change. Remember, that is the last. Right. We call it the last. That is the last amount. Should I spend it on a woman on Valentine? Okay, would you spend it on a woman on Valentine? That is your last.
I think no.
You're selfish.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you spend it? She's your woman. She loves you. You love her. She means the world to you. Everything you have in your life includes her.
Yeah, she means out a lot or everything to me, but may I look at the day after? What will happen?
You look at the day after.
Yes.
The day after is her packing her bags
and going
and saying
because
you can't give me a Valentine
that's very fine.
Worth it. I'm walking away.
You can walk away. Other than spending all the money, and we starve for the rest of the days.
For the rest, but Valentine comes on 14th, so you can starve until 28th.
No man,
and then
no man can stay in the house without food.
No, but we spend the money on you. We spent the money on you.
She will not understand that. She will not understand.
So you're saying if you're earning $1 million,
yes,
don't spend more than 100,000.
Yes,
on Valentine.
Yeah, and by the way, we children are going back to school, so you should even consider that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, maybe when you don't have kids, but when you're having kids,
I think it's the worst month because kids are going back to school.
True.
You're coming from a very, very dry January.
Yeah.
And you're only 2 weeks into Feb. Now I'm talking about the people who always feel the effects of January. There's some people who never feel the effects.
And by the way, there are some of us who work and we are paid in the middle of the month.
Exactly.
So by 14th,
the money has not yet come.
Yes.
So you're literally broke.
Yeah.
So I think the other question I have for you is, if you went, if Valentine came, right, 14th,
yes,
and you have, you've just gotten this big deal, 200 million there. 200 million, right?
Yeah.
And then you have these 8 out of 8, 10 out of 10, right? Babe. You know, personally, one of the things I would spend money on is a woman.
True. Yeah. It's good.
I'm like Luasa. I can give her a car. I can give her anything if I have it.
But I think Luasa should change the game.
No, but if you're rich, I think the game is I think that's the standard. How much how much you can give her.
No, I have no problem with the giving, but when you give, don't again expose the lady because you have given him this and that. Yeah, that's the only challenge I have with Ras. After giving you, he comes and then says, I gave her this.
I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. But I wonder why men or women come out to expose whatever happened, and we didn't know when it was happening or even when it started. Because personally, there are relationships I've seen on social media, and I've never seen anything about them. I've never had anything about them. But the moment they crash, the moment they crumble, everyone is running to social media. He did this to me. He's a disgrace. He's some kind of piece of shit. And I'm like, where are the good moments? You never posted one day about the outings. You never posted one tweet about the good food, right? Some of those women are actually dating men who cook, right?
Yeah.
So he cooks for you very good food. He drills you very well. You never post about that.
I think
right?
It is natural. We really appreciate will later come public and appreciate and say that maybe because you did it for me this and this.
But
when we break up, that's when I bring all the bad things about you.
But do you think Rasa is being driven by the media too? Because I'm looking at him as a guy because he never sits in camera to post short videos. He's called for interviews and because
he's not called for he sometimes he calls the cameraman.
Yes, but because he's this kind of, and I'm sorry to say this, because Rasa is this village man with money.
Yes.
He knows nothing about public image. He knows nothing about branding. All he knows is if I speak controversy, if I speak controversially,
people give me attention.
Yeah, I'll get the attention.
Yes.
And what else do you want? If you have the money, you have the attention. That is, you have the best women in the country. But what are you looking for?
You should consider the legacy you're living, and then the kids.
Is Luasa, to be honest, is Luasa concerned about legacy?
He should.
Why?
I mean, he's not, but he should.
He should. True. But I think, for me,
because I think Luasa has kids.
I'll give you an example. I think he's dating women because he has the money, so he has the access to two good women. True. So he can't believe it. And when have you ever been in school when there is that very, very beautiful woman and she eventually asks you for help? You're not even dating, but she just asks you for help. Everyone will know, right? Whenever someone says, "Oh, that girl is too beautiful," they're like, "I help her with that. I'm helping her with this." You understand? I think that's what
that kind of showing off.
Yeah, that kind of showing off. And I think it's the money.
Yeah,
it's the man has given him the access, and he can do whatever he wants. So my question is, if you have 200 million, you can invest it. You can spend it on Valentine. You can keep it, not save it, but keep it. Or you can, spend it on yourself, right? You can only do one, right? You have 200 million. One,
spending
on Valentine. Two, invest it. Three, keep it, like in a bank or in a hall, right? And three, like go to Dubai, splash it until it's over, right? But whatever option you choose, you spend it to the zero. Which one are you going for?
It depends at how many years do I have at that time, at what age? If I'm like 60 and above,
you're not investing.
Yes, I can spend. But if I'm like 20,
you are saying at 60, you don't invest 200 million.
I don't invest because what if
I'm going to clip that.
What if I die? What if I die tomorrow?
I'm going to.
But I think there are high chances that
you'll get another 200 million. Yeah. That is reasonable. So at 60, do you then spend it on Valentine?
I can.
You would go in the, you will be going in the records. 60-year-old spends 200 million on Valentine.
True, but it still depends on whom am I spending that money.
No, I mean the best women in the land never get you always find one.
It depends.
So, guys, Hussein doesn't invest at 60.
At 60, by the way, at 60, we expect you to be reaping what you saw at 20 and then
at 30.
At 30, yeah. Not
no, but there are people whose money comes late. Like people, I know of a very, very successful guy, big podcaster, but he started getting the money at 44. Like, like what we call getting the money. Yes, he was getting this like $1 million too, but then he started getting the real money, like 200 million, 100 million at 44.
You're talking at people who are not living in Uganda. In Uganda, our lifespan
is at 45.
So by 45, we expect you to be at least
to be rich, or you will never get rich.
Yeah,
I know.
You should consider that.
Now, let me tell you personally, this is crazy. I've never spent money on Valentine. I've not bought a Valentine gift before. And not because I don't want.
Me too.
But I just find it's either Valentine's come and I'm broke, or they come and I'm single, right? And it said
let us pray for you this time that it just when you
when
you're seeing some, at least when you're seeing some,
and when I have money. Now, the problem is the value attachment on Valentine. This day, Valentine is overrated. We need to agree or disagree on this podcast. Valentine is overrated. Right now, my Twitter feed, I have Twitter accounts, right? But all of them are filled with Valentine, what I want for Valentine, when he gives me this on Valentine, where he will take me on Valentine, bullshit Valentine. I'm asking, before Valentine, the adverts for Valentine started on the first day of this year.
Yep.
Oh, before February, people were already even single people are posting about Valentine. Like, why are you even talking about Valentine? You don't even, no one is dating you. You're not dating anyone. No one is even going to date you this year even, right?
You know, women, I think they celebrate that day because of a lot of reasons. Why?
For the wrong reasons, to be honest.
I think it is still. Because one of them that you can look at is when you take her out and buy her things, gifts. You give her gifts.
Yeah.
It makes her think that she made the right choice. He's having a right guy who can take care of everything.
So, okay. There's this scenario where the guy celebrated Valentine with his woman on February 15th. You understand? Like the day later, right? So that doesn't mean I love you. That doesn't mean I care. That means I'm the wrong one. Because it's 15th.
You're going against the calendar. You should go by the calendar.
Yeah. Okay. Do you value Valentine as a person? Do you feel it should even be painted? Public holiday, no working, everything goes to a standstill. We are taking care of our women, or women are taking care of their men.
No, I don't think it should be made a public holiday.
It should be a normal day, and that means you don't rate Valentine. You don't value Valentine
because you the only thing you do is spending.
That's true.
You only do the spending and nothing you get in return.
So, no, that is where you get it wrong. We get something in time.
What?
Now, this is the question, this part of our podcast today, right? I was going through my Twitter handle, and, guys were complaining, men were complaining, boys. Women have one thing to offer on that day. One single thing to offer on Valentine. That is sex. They literally offer nothing else. They know, and actually I was with a lady, and somehow I don't know how it came about, but I was looking into her calendar, and on 14th February, it was a red day, right? Yes. So she said, "Oh no!"
Why do they get
okay.
scared up to that point? I mean, I can get sex on.
No, I think women know that on Valentine, that is when I'm with him. Like ultimately, that is when I have to be with him, right? And I don't know who said that because women are the same pioneers of the saying, being together in the same bed, in the same room, doesn't mean we're gonna have sex, right? We can be together on Valentine, and then
nothing happens.
Yeah, and nothing happens. But apart from sex, why do you think women, actually, before we go away from apart from sex, why do you think women have that mindset that he will buy me a bed of roses, he will take me to the best hotel, he will do this and that, and all I have to give him is something that I give him almost every day. Almost every day. It is not changing, it doesn't become sweeter, it doesn't become It doesn't change.
I think they think it's the only thing that can make a man satisfied.
Come on.
The only thing. Because for them,
is it the only thing that makes you happy?
No.
Because for me, if you bought me, like, I don't know, if you bought me a shirt, if you bought me shoes, if you bought me a jacket, I mean, I the end result means we could also go to the other side, but
they should not consider it as the main.
It shouldn't be a law that on that day
you have to sleep with the
ABCD, and because they, you know what disappoints is they expect too much from us. They expect a dinner.
True.
They expect an outing. They expect a gift, a box of chocolate, which is actually the most gifted thing on Valentine.
It's amazing.
And for them, they don't look into themselves and like, okay, what are we offering? What are we bringing to the table, right?
They should give us cars. I mean, if you came with a title of land,
yeah, I could take it. I'll take it, and I would say anything. I would say I'll give you anything you want.
They should change the narrative
because
start thinking of tangible.
Yeah, there's so many things.
We also get satisfied by giving us those tangible things.
Yeah. So what would you want on Valentine if not sex or alongside sex? Actually, first, do you want a gift alongside, or you want a gift but not sex?
A gift is enough.
Come on.
A gift is enough.
Not for me. Not for me. For him.
A gift is enough.
For me, I think it should be a happy ending day. It should be a happy ending day.
So you think going out and then coming back and then you don't have sex, it makes the day.
It makes the day
boring.
It makes the day a Monday.
Why?
And you know what I mean by a Monday? Monday, the most stressful, boring, hard, long day in the week.
What about Sunday?
No, Sunday is a boring day, but it is it has that mode of you're off the hook. Maybe you didn't work. If you don't work on Sundays, I personally do work on Sundays. But if you don't work on Sundays, it's that simple day for chilling. But Monday, for each and everyone, even if you don't have a job, Monday hits differently. It feels
true. I remember when I used to be in high school, I think it was the most hardest. They could come and maybe tell you to go to go in those morning clubs and feel like you should sleep up to 7 a.m.
Yeah, and the mindset on Monday is so difficult because you're looking at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
When the week.
Yeah, when is the week ending? Yeah. Right. And it is still very, very far. But Wednesday, 2 days to the end of the week. Friday, Saturday, maybe. Okay, Sunday hits different because in the evening, because tomorrow is the Monday, but Sunday in the morning, you're not even thinking about that. So, what gifts do we want? What gifts do men want on Valentine, right? Number one, not boxers. I think, apart from, these are the gifts women give. Boxers, belts, shirts, watches. Those are the 4 gifts women give. Those are the 4 things women give.
It's not they give, but it's what they can afford. Most of them, it's what they can afford.
Maybe look, that's a point, because I have a friend who wanted to gift the boyfriend. So she asked me a lot of questions. What can I give him? What am I going to do and all that? And in the end, we agreed that we came up with a list of around 15 things. She picked a belt. And in my head, I'm like, were we debating for you to go for a belt?
It's what she can afford.
Come on.
So you want her to buy a Lamborghini when he...
No, maybe not a Lamborghini, but personally, shoes are great. 200,000 shoes, or 150,000 shoes are great.
Yeah.
A suit is great by them. I've seen women give their yes. I've seen girls,
A suit.
women give their boyfriends and
It goes for 300,000.
$1 million. What are you saying? $1 million Ghana shillings, a suit, and $1 million Ghana, a suit worth $1 million. It's actually not a good suit. You can't wear it for a year, like like every month. You can't.
Yeah, it's true, but
so a suit is great. It's a great option. I don't know, but I kind of feel like if you gave me, maybe you could take me out too. It doesn't hurt.
You're acting like a girl.
No, not really. Because I think we put in a lot during the start in relationships. We always pay the bills. We take them out. We do this. So one Valentine, just get a Valentine, and it might not be expensive, but take me out to some kafunda.
And you get
And you see, when you go out, apart from the prices and the environment, the things we eat are the same.
True.
Cocktail, chips, chicken, and one.
A cup of tea.
And a cup of
Dawa
tea. And burgers. And they're the same things. The difference is where you eat it.
The environment.
Yeah, you either eat the burger at 20k or at $1 million, right? Depends on where you want to eat it.
And even the people that you see, you meet there are very different.
Yeah, I'm very different. That's why I want those. I like those expensive places. There are times when I go to, especially Akasha, because they have nice places, and I meet the people there, and I'm like, should I just stay here whole day? Should I just be here whole day?
The bad thing, you can either be embarrassed or get motivated.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's either way you're learning. That's why I like it. No, it's what I like about it. Either way, you are learning. Right?
You can go there with the chick and she tells the blood. The next day we are separating because
I know.
Can't.
Yeah, I know. But then you can also take. I remember the first time I went to an expensive place. I was even shivering. They had juice, simple juice. Okay, like I don't know. It's simple juice. The juice I take at 1,000, 1,000 like this, Ugandan shillings. And they had it at 250, 25. At 25 Ghana shillings. 25. So I sat there and I'm like, what are these guys putting in their juice? Before I wanted to take it back. I was like, but I couldn't.
Of course. So you were going to ashame yourself.
Yes. I took the juice. It's the worst juice I've ever taken in my life.
It had no taste.
It had the taste, but I think
what was bad?
The fruits had either gone bad or I don't know. I don't know what was wrong.
The process of making it,
was horrendous. And I'm like, how have I just paid
my 25?
Yeah, how have I just paid 25 times more for a poor quality product than what I take every day?
By the way, we expect a lot from
those places, a lot.
Yeah.
And at times it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I think for Valentine, this is what I would say for the men.
But me, I'm okay with anything.
Really?
Yeah.
As long as someone, even if someone just says,
because even in the Bible, one day I think there is a story about a lady who wanted to give out those to church, but he had nothing, so he was told.
And she gave a button.
So I'm okay with anything,
but
so long as it's out of the bottom of their heart, I'm okay with it.
You know. Okay. What I've seen with Valentine, especially in Kampala, it is known from the bottom of their heart. This is it. So long, many people are celebrating Valentine with people they just want to sleep with, not the people they're in love with. Do you agree? Like this is the case. Someone, I have a crush on Twitter, so, and my crush is looking dope. You know when they post those things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Valentine,
I should sleep with this babe.
Yes. No, not even Valentine. But you say, if I get a chance with this woman, So on Valentine, then 2 days to Valentine, she posts, "Who wants to be my Val?" Right?
And you say like, drop your number.
No, and then you slide into her DM, and you're like, okay, you don't even have that hope that you have any chances, but you slide into her DM, and she's like, wow, what? It's okay, I can be your Val, right? And then you make plans past midnight, you make plans past 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. What's gonna happen?
Bedroom Blee.
You understand?
Yeah.
So most people are having a hanging out on Valentine, and that's why there are so many breakups on Valentine.
Yeah.
After Valentine, right? Because men don't show up. Men just don't show up because they are with some other bitches you don't even know. Slay queens, right? And then with the girls, it is who has the money.
True.
It's as simple as that. Who has the money, right? So if she goes with someone who is better off, you can't complain because you can't take her out on that day.
But they should do trust their guys, even if he has no money.
No, but if you don't have money, then you're far away from Valentine.
Because you're not sure what will come after sleeping with the guy. You may go there and come back when you have contracted some maybe STDs, and then you regret them for the whole of your life.
Yeah, I know it's a risky business, but I've come to understand the real meaning of Valentine to people. Because the basic meaning of Valentine for the Catholics, I think, who brought it, is kind of friendship. Like,
I think
friendship and you know, celebrating the people you love, and you know, and some people could say it could be your mother, it could be.
But the Romans, made it a public holiday to celebrate a guy called the Saint
Valentino.
Yeah, they took him as a hero. So they marked it as a public holiday just to celebrate the work he had done for them.
And for us,
we changed the narrative.
I can't understand where we get the mingling and the spending and the sleeping with people's daughters and chewing the. I just don't understand. I just don't understand where it comes from.
Today I was reading a certain article, and was telling me that Valentino had a girl that she loved so much. So when he was going to die, he wrote a letter to that girl. And
to Valentino.
Yes. And then he was like, this is the last word from Valentine. And so that's why that's how the people changed it to
Valentine.
Yes, to Valentine Day, to celebrate the love. Since the letter that it was related to love things.
Because it's a day that starts with Mass in Catholic churches,
yes.
Roman churches. It starts with Mass, but where it ends is the problem. How it ends is the problem. I don't have problem with the eating, the food, but the gifting. I mean, the man sent a letter, not even a gift.
It was just a letter written from Valentine.
Okay, so this Valentine, I'm just sending out letters to whoever is concerned, because that is the essence of the.
They will shop you for nothing.
That's the essence of the day.
You
come
back to me and tell me saying the things I do. Yeah.
I will sit down.
Console yourself.
No, not console myself. With a person
and show him the.
Read for her what Valentine entails. It has nothing with you coming here and making all these demands. No. It is actually a day where I have to show you that I have to remind you, right, verbally or through writing that I love you.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with all these expensive gifts. I could give you anything, right? We could be walking down the street and I buy you a kabango, and
in sociology there are things that we call social constructs.
Yeah, I know.
So I think even Valentine was just constructed by the people.
Yeah, and it's not going to go away. Yeah, it's not going to go away. And with this perverted society of ours now,
and the things are getting worse every day.
I know. Yeah. So, guys, how are you spending your Valentine? Are you going to be working?
I'll be home.
Becomes more complicated. How do people in long distance relationships do Valentine?
I think they send mobile money.
So it's about money.
They change everything.
Because I'm thinking about if your girlfriend is in Abu Dhabi or Dubai or Qatar, how do you do it? How do you celebrate Valentine?
Maybe you buy a high gift and then you keep it. Because there's no way you can send it.
Maybe these post office, DHL, maybe those things. You send it on the 10th so that by 14th it has arrived.
But it depends where the lady is working, because there are those places where
you can't receive gifts.
Yeah. So just keep it for.
I don't know. It's a day that you should celebrate with money. That is all I know, guys. From Valentine, you should start saving money for the next Valentine. Yeah. It's a day that can put you in very awkward situations. Very, very awkward situations.
But if you don't have, don't force things.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
if you don't have, don't force.
Just
take life easy.
They will chuck you, of course. And again, when they chuck you, take life easy. I think
there are many who want to be with you. They are many out there.
No, but there are many who want to be with you after
having some
after Valentine. So this is what happens if they chuck me on the 14th, 15th I'm picking up someone, right? And then someone chucks me on the next on the next 15th, on the next 14th, and 15th I'm picking up someone else.
Then it will give you a lesson. You have a lesson to pick the tip.
This is a podcast.
No money, no romance.
This is a podcast of non-Valentine valuers. Do not take the advice you found on this podcast seriously. Otherwise,
let's make the disclaimer.
Otherwise, you're going to get chucked and you will never watch our podcast again, and we don't want that. Because I want you guys to be watching this podcast. It's a chilling podcast. It's a rest place for you and we to share thoughts. So those were our thoughts on what men should get for Valentine and how much we would spend on women for Valentine.
And what should ladies give apart from sex?
And what ladies should give us apart from sex. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of sex given. I think that's the day when you can have sex with 15 people as long as you are their Valentine. I don't know how you do it, right? But you know that there are people with 5-6 Valentines.
Yeah.
Valentine dates. 6-5. What would you do if you had only 2? What would you do if you had 2?
I think I would take one.
Speak louder, don't.
Unfortunately.
Yes, you have one. We understand. Or you don't have. We don't know. But
I don't have.
I'm saying, if you had 2, what would you do? Would you blacklist because both of them are expensive?